Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jeremy Siskind. I'm the author of Playing Solo Jazz Piano and the Jazz Piano Fundamental series, which currently has 2 books, but is very soon to have 3 books. And today, I want to show you a couple of the exercises that are forthcoming in Jazz Piano Fundamentals, book number 3. So the 3rd book is going to deal a lot with modal jazz, as well as more kind of modern techniques. And to me, the pentatonic scale is so incredibly crucial for a modal or a modern sound. And so there's a lot in this book about exploring pentatonic scale, pentatonic voicings, mixing pentatonic scales, alternate types of pentatonic scales. To me, that is one of the main themes running throughout this book. So with that in mind, there's several exercises about getting to know pentatonic scales better. So I've always really liked this exercise, which takes you through the circle of fifths. I'll say that again. It takes you through all 12 of the pentatonic scales moving through the circle of fifths. By the way, if you're curious, this is from the 6th unit, and each unit is going to have modal patterns using different kinds of modal devices, like triad pairs, pentatonic scales, exploring different modes, melodic minor modes, all kinds of just really useful things to practice. My philosophy with books is always like, I'll give you information, but I also want to tell you what to practice, because I hate getting that question if I'm not sure what to practice. So, you can see what happens here. Is that I'm going down and I'm moving around in the circle of fifths from C to G to D to A, and then I'm going to leap up, and I'll do the flat side. And I love these exercises with the pentatonic scales that force you to leap within the scale. And there's a lot of them in here, because a lot of people practice pentatonic scales, and then all they can do, is go. Is basically like play from step to step in the pentatonic scale. But if you're really going to play the pentatonic scale well, you want to be able to leap really confidently within that scale. So there's a lot of exercises with leaping in the scale. Anyway, okay. So what we then do next with that pattern in this little part of the book is we add a lower chromatic neighbor in front of each pentatonic scale, because we want to get used to not just playing the pentatonic scales, but embellishing some of the notes of that pentatonic scale. Kind of cool to add a note to that pentatonic scale. Right? Or the next exercise shows we could add a chromatic enclosure, go above and below the first note that we're playing, which happens to be the 2nd of each pentatonic scale. You can see that I need to practice this more. And it keeps going and going. And then one more little exercise with this, where we're putting in the full pentatonic scale and then using an upper chromatic neighbor. I didn't really actually say that word, right? We're putting an upper neighbor in front of the enclosure. So we still have an enclosure here, but we're going to add an upper neighbor in front of that. Right? And it keeps going down and down. Like all the other books of jazz piano fundamentals, this one's going to feature a lot of frequently asked questions. And one of the things that I wanted to address here was that this is kind of an annoying exercise to practice because it keeps going down and down. And so one way that you can make it more practical is you can make your pentatonic scales go up, make every other one go up. Right? Instead of... Pretty cool sounding, I think. And you could even alternate between one measure like this and then one measure the other way. Super cool sounding, super modern sounding to do it that way. You know, I think fourths always tend to be super modern sounding, and so when you organize that pentatonic scale in terms of fourths, that's going to work really well for you. Now, this isn't another part of the book, but I want to show you one of the other places that you can go with this information, is that you could do this same kind of exercise, but keep it within your diatonic scales. So let me grab a piece of manuscript paper because I'm not going to be able to remember offhand where this is in the text. But using the same pentatonic-y shape, we could stay within the C major scale. So here's C pentatonic. Here's G pentatonic. And then I'm going to keep going in this up a fourth, down in thirds. But I'm going to stay within, for now, the C Ionian mode or the C major scale. So we get like... Right, very different sounding, but actually over like a D Dorian, that's going to be really nice. And one of the reasons this is really nice is because it highlights and links triads. As I've talked about a lot on this channel, emphasizing these different triads within the modes gives layers to your playing. You know, you could also look at this, and I want to make clear that's an E there. You could also look at this as minor seventh chords, right? This is like A minor 7. This is like E minor 7. This is like B half diminished 7th, right? But these are also seventh chords within the mode, right? Or like over a G sus. So really interesting, useful shape, and of course you could practice that then in each mode. C Dorian. All right, folks, I think that's it for today. It's a nice short video. Who would have ever thought? But I wanted to introduce that as a way of practicing your pentatonics as well as your minor and major modes. Keep an eye on this channel if you're interested in Jazz Piano Fundamentals. Book 3, it will be out at some point during the month of January, and I'll be taking pre-orders. So keep your eyes on the prize with Jazz Piano Fundamentals Book 3. Thanks for watching, and take care.